واش الدراري، السلام عليكم ومرحبا بكم في فيديو جديد، الجزء رقم 2 ديال ألان ويك. اش نقول لك، البارت الاولى راه انتو شو اللي قلنا شي هضرين عليه، داوين عليه. المهم دخلوا الجيم بلا ما نبقاو بلا ما نبقاو هنايا. كيف ما ديما عجبكم الفيديو ما تنساوش لايك شير سبسكرايب. نبداو هذا الجزء هذا، الله يكون مكالمي شي شويه.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
انت اللي ضربك على القهوه صاحبي، انت مالك؟ حنا وصلنا للمدينه هما الناس.
Hi there.
وين اختي لاباس عليك؟
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
فين هو داك الشارف دابا؟ احنا ما بقيناش هنايا. قال لك انترفيو ذا ويتنس. يكون هذاك هو الشارف واقع لا؟ هادو هاد الفيلاج صغير شي ناضي داكشي، واش هذا هو الشارف؟ هو هذا.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No. The Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff.
خلينا نشوفوا دوك الجوج.
How many people besides the known victims go
راه هما قلت لك باقي ندير صغار عرفتهم.
But it slowed down ever since Calder Lake was fast off.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay?
يلا دابا تجاوبوا دابا. علاش كنشوف الليك الدراري؟
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
وشنو شفتو بجوجكم؟
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
شي قلت لكم الماسكات كانوا لابسين ديال داكشي ديال الغزال.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
شنو شفتو؟ مبغاوش يورونا شنو ما بغاتش ديك ختنا تخليه يقول شنو شاف.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles. The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth.
ما كيكذبوش. شوف واش نقدروا نديرو شي حاجه في داك البورد ديالنا. ما عندنا حتى حاجه تزاد دابا لحد الساعه. كيسز لا لا تمشيو للكيسيس. واحد الكيس تزادت عندنا.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
يعني كما قال هذاك خونا في الاول كما قالت هي دوك السيمبلز دوك العلامات ديال دوك خوتنا هما جوج تراينجلز زعما جوج مثلثات. مره كيكونوا حدا بعضياتهم مره كيكونوا داخلين في بعضياتهم.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fed.
Oh God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
بلاتي شنو طرا دابا؟ ما فهمتش شنو طرا. كيفاش بنتها شوف شكل الدرار كيفاش بنتها غرقات وهي كانت تهضر معاها قبيله ولا هادشي في شكل صاحبي. بلاتي باش نكملو الميسيون ديالنا. هاد ختنا شكون هي؟ خصنا نعرفو شكون هي. ما عطاوش نديروها في هاد البورد. شو الشريف ستيشن واخا.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
نحلو شي فار جديد الدراري.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
هاكاك. يعني دابا هاد الكولترز عندهم بحال بغيتي يقول داك السيمبلز ديال جوج ثلاثات. مشيهم هنا وكيلبسوا الماسكات. لا بشويه بشويه. اشياء قال لك كيخبي وجههم. establish enough. باقيين هما ما مستابيليزينش مزيان باش يديروا دوك هاد العمليات ديال القتل ديالهم بلا ماسك. هكاك. بشويه بشويه اختي ما تدوخيش علينا هنا. عندنا كنجمعوا في
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
هذا هو لقينا قبيله. انا الختنه اللي ضرتني في راسي شكون هي وكيفاش عرفت ان هاد ساغا عندها بنت وقلت لها بنتك غرقات. شي غادي وكيتعقد.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
Played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
شي جرافيزم قتال الله يتقتال الدراري.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
بديش قال لك كروز كتبقى تقول شحال من حاجه من الاحسن ما ناخذوش زعما بيرسونال.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible.
ولكن كيبان لي كاين شي قالب تما. ناخذ الماب.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need?
صافي ناو جود. صافي مزيان.
I'll be right with you, sir.
Yep. Just here to pay my ticket. Whenever you're ready to take my money.
How are you?
No speeding happening here, I see.
Sir?
I can't get through this.
Please.
They locked up an innocent man.
خصنا نمشيو لديك البلاصه ديك الغرفه ديال كيمسح.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
شنو ما كتسابقوا معايا صاحبي؟
Let's take a look at outpatient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me?
Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
كيدابز مش كيدابز زعما باغي يعتق راسو مسكين. ما عرفناش واش مسكين ولا ماشي مسكين.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
كتبوا لي يا صاحبي في قلبه. مشكلة صاحبي.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
هذا هو السبب ديال الموت ديالو، حيت حلوا ليه صدرو جبدوا ليه قلبو كتبوا ليه فيه شي حاجه.
Doesn't make sense. Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged. Doesn't add up.
ايه
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
كيقدروا ليه واحد تاتو في الجسم ديالو في القلب ديالو. كيفاش كان عندهم الوقت؟ يقولك chest trauma is clear cause of death.
Same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Show me the clicker.
Casey!
didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
شطرا صاحبي خونا ميت كذا توقفوا ودقدقهم كاملين سابق وات
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
واه صاحبي
Go. Vanished.
سالينا الشابتر الاولى
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared. What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're going to do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
خونا بحال كيعرف شنو بحال عارف شنو غيطرا
The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch, get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror.
واه خونا صاحبي داك نايتنجيل ما عندوش القلب ولكن راك القلب اللي حيدوا ليه داروا ليه فيه شي وشمه بلاتي هادشي راه شي ولا كيولي ناضي غادي كيولي شاشي هادي ميوزيك اللي خدينا.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
دابا الحوايج اللي عارفين لحد اللحظه، هذا خونا هذا نايتنغيل ما عندوش القلب ياك، واللي جا قدامه كيقتلو، ولكن الا كنتي نتايا في الضو ما كيقدرش يشوفك وما كيقدرش يلقاك واخا. قال لك هاد نايت جيل ولا فيكتيم تو بيكام ا مونس باش يولي وحش. اها قال لك الكتابه بارت اوف ريتوال. دابا بلاتي نمشيو دابا. قال لك توك تو كيسي.
There is no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward.
واش الشارف مات؟
Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery.
يعني قال لك بحال هو عارف شنو كان غيطرا.
The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose. The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
اختي علاش شادينا عاوتاني لتما؟ ويلي قلت لكم شو نتبعوه. لا ما كاين لا قرطاس لا حتى شي حاجه والو. تخيل مات صاحبي.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
ديروا خدمتكم وتسناو هنا.
That's crazy, right, Thornton?
They're a fine pair.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
Choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare.
قضية قاصحة الدراري.
We'll actually find Nightingale at the lake.
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
قضية هذا كتقصح.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story. The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case. I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
دراري نحبسوا الحلقه ديالنا هنايا. هادشي راه غادي كيتشبك هاك كيدير بحال كيتشبك. ولكن كما قلت لكم هاد الساغا قالت حاجه وحده اللي تاني جاتني في شكل داك الشريف يلا كان غيعطيني شي وراق ويعلق ما بقاش. وحتى في البلاصه فين كان داك نايتنجيل ما شفناش زعما راه قتلو ولا شي حاجه. علاش مشى ما عرفناش. شوفوا شنو غيطرا في الحلقه الجايه. كما ديما الا عجبكم الفيديو ما تنساوش لايك شير سبسكرايب. نخليكم دابا ونشوفكم فيديو جاي ان شاء الله. تهلاو في ريوسكم.